Hey guys, it's me. I'm going to be uploading this old episode of my old podcast up for you this week. There's been a death in the family, as you might have heard if you're a member of the Substack. More details on the Substack post. I will be giving the most details on the Substack post because that's where the homies be, as it were. So this episode is it's the end of my old podcast. So I shouts out to Don and Gabe for being unwitting participants in this episode of History Homos right now. But we recorded this episode in 2020. And you can tell, we discuss like alien psyop, we discuss Epstein, fresh Epstein, we discuss Koof. It's honestly wild to listen back to this episode, but the episode itself is extremely solid, and I think it's actually like the beginning of a new era for me, podcasting wise. Not this episode specifically, but this era of Cinemapocalypse was the beginning of the History Homos era. In fact, this episode itself was recorded days before the pilot episode of History Homos with William. So this is like, I think it's part of the canon almost. So enjoy this episode. I'm sorry that I'm just being a lump here. I'm not going to lie. I've been really bodied by this whole rabbit dying thing. So please forgive me for that. But next week, we got 2 new episodes, totally new programming. I'm sorry for this interruption in programming. But I feel like I've given you guys some pretty decent content. This is a solid episode, and it's over 2 hours. And it's funny, and there's some jokes in here that you're not going to get if you're not like a listener of the old show and references, but I'm hoping this is maybe like an introduction. If you're really interested in some of the references that we're doing, maybe dive into the ye old Cinemapocalypse thing. So I will say this, is that it's a little different version of me. I'm a little more what's the word, guarded in certain regards, but in other regards I think you'll really see a lot of what we've brought to the table the whole time. There's a bit that I completely forgot about from the old podcast, is that we would rub our hands together when discussing certain shekel interactions, and very funny stuff. So please listen to this episode. Also keep in mind, again, to the rabbit thing, he was not mentioned in this episode, but keep in mind that this was in the early days of him, and I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little overly sentimental about him, but please enjoy this episode, and I'm sorry about the lack of fresh content. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for continuing to support the History Homos podcast. Have a nice night. Love ya.
Is this movie funny or silly?
He doesn't have to.
No, it's not that. I
Play video game.
No, I have low T.
You need a costume in the middle of the night, and it's like, okay, I need a tuxedo and a mask and a cloak.
I don't think many people think of a
I would
arcane
think
orgy
right away. I know this.
I was just wondering, how gay men getting by right now?
What do you mean? How
are they not having anonymous hot gay sex?
Well, yeah, because are they more in line with like Strange?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
dude. I had a fucking pal / former manager, the one who spanked my ass with the with
Yes.
the spatula.
Yes.
He fucking just like he knew, like, he talked all the time about how, like, he's like, yeah, it's really dangerous going out there and having like rando sex unprotected. I could get the HIV. He got the HIV.
Yeah.
And it's just like, he knew what you were doing, and he knew who did it too. It was that fucking, like,
they're more in danger because they do butt stuff.
Because of the AIDS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Why do you think it
tear a
came here so
butthole
fast
real
to them?
easy. Real easy
In
to tear a
fact,
butthole.
it's like you're pretty much it's like an almost zero chance that if you're not gay, you can get AIDS.
My ass almost bleeds every time I wipe.
Okay,
How do you think
you need to be extremely negligent?
How do you think how do you think it works with butt stuff?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
Sure, it doesn't go well for you.
No.
not for you.
No,
not with that kind of setup.
It's a mess. It's all types of brown and red.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I just can't imagine them not fucking going to glory hole. That's like the whole
Glory holes.
You know what I
I didn't
mean?
even think that. I think it was the way I was thinking of it, and obviously
They love that shit.
None of us are gay men. We just have gay sex. So the thing I was thinking was, how a lot of the time men are at odds with women because they're like, well, I don't want a relationship. I thought we were just like having fun, but girls want to always label things.
Sure,
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
I'm not like this anymore, but I'm saying in my younger years.
Maybe for handsome Gabe, that's
Yeah,
the
I know.
case.
Yeah, girls are just like, please, Gabe, I need to get that seed in me.
that Portuguese seed.
The Portuguese.
I was just talking with my coworker today who he dumped this girl that he's been seeing because she kept fucking begging the question when he's like, listen,
Yeah.
I got into this because I told you straight up that I don't want a relationship.
Did he say that it was the end of the begging?
The end of the begging? What do you mean?
I appreciated that.
Go on.
Too many inside jokes.
I know, always.
No, we talk about it on the show. I mean, it's
been referenced,
It's a
yeah.
show reference at this point.
Look back at your notes, Gabe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at my portfolio and
It's
go
under.
back.
It's filed under M
But
and G for gay.
like I was saying, he was dating this girl, and she also had a kid, so I can understand why he like distanced himself. That can be a messy
Raise
situation.
another man's child.
Yeah, and apparently the ex is like he gets the kid half the week or something. And he's crazy, so
He's crazy.
in order to put up with that, it's
I
probably
can't
not worth
even
it.
deal with my baby daddy.
But to rope back around to the gay thing, I thought it would be
yeah,
that,
where would we go? How did we get here?
I thought it would just be that a guy is like, I just want the sex part. I don't want the relationship part. And the other dude would be like,
yeah,
oh,
yes.
dude, that's cool.
Oh yeah, this is a very, very
Just fuck my butt.
We could have gotten here very easily, much easier, without going into the whole women angle. I understand gay sex. I want it too.
So that's all I'm saying is that
Yeah, I know.
feel like men.
Sure, there's that
more
aspect
of a
too.
mutual thing where like this is physical.
There's that aspect too, but then also you got to look into
Like,
this.
don't get your butt hurt getting your butt hurt.
True, or your heart hurt when you get your butt hurt. You want to get one heart hurt, not the other heart, because your butt it looks like an upside down heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was a way homer.
Yeah, it was. Think about bug chasers, dude. It's like, yeah, like there's whole gay subcultures of like being like, I'm gonna have the riskiest sex. I'm coming. What's that shit? Chemsex. It's called chemsex. They'll like weigh themselves and figure out the exact maximum dosage of methamphetamines and ketamine and all this other shit, balance their pH levels and shit, just so they can have the ultimate euphoric gay sex trip. Dude, you didn't hear about that guy who was almost the governor of Florida? He just got busted with a dead gay prostitute in his fucking...
Oh, we've talked about this guy on the podcast.
Different guy.
Oh.
That guy's going to jail, though. The guy we were talking about, yeah. Yeah, this is
Mazel
another guy.
tov.
This guy's black.
Black gay guy.
Black gay guy.
Now
And
you've got my
he's-
interest.
He's like a real Barack kind of like, hey guys, I'm a moderate Democrat and
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
butt fucking's good.
yeah. No. He was a secret homo.
Oh wait, so
His whole life fell apart.
Is he a
over
butt
this.
fuck her or butt fuck he?
There's no way of knowing that. You could ask him.
I mean,
in jail.
you didn't say
He's
if
going
he
to
was-
jail for the unlawful death of a gay prostitute overdosing
I mean,
on meth
if he's
in his
gay,
hotel
that's
room.
not a bad place to be, really.
No, Florida?
No, I'm saying in prison.
Oh, no, I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, I
The
don't know
ones
about
who are
that.
gay, I don't think they're treated quite well.
You get gay rough sex.
I don't think it's like that either. I've heard things about like taking a razor blade to make butt lube to the butt to make butt lube out of blood.
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't think blood works like that. I think
it works. I mean,
think
spit doesn't really either, but it gets the job done.
I can understand spit getting the job done, but blood is...
Yuffie! We gotta get him out of here.
Blood is a coagulant.
Chinese restaurant.
They wouldn't take him.
No,
He's too annoying.
Look at this stringy motherfucker. Terrible meat this one would have. Come here. Yeah, he's getting away.
Anyway, Cinemapocalypse now. Show where we talk about movies. And mostly gay sex. Yeah, I love how like there's usually like a nice through line of each episode where we talk about a lot of gay sex or farts. Some kind of combination of both.
A little poop here and there.
Yeah, some shit stories. Yeah, it's always good.
Good times.
With your host, Scott Lizard Abrams.
Gabby good to his mother, Tasheda.
And Big Daddy, Don Bodine.
You know, it's so weird. I wish this thing was a little more responsive because, like, I hit it while you were saying the beginning of it, and it still lagged.
You were perfectly timed. It's not you.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's just a shitty app.
I can cut it like a millisecond.
You don't have to do that.
That's cheating.
That is cheating. It's an art.
It's like when I try to do the fade out of the song at the end.
Yeah, you can't just use the fucking in studio. Yeah.
No.
It's ridiculous. So I missed out big time on the Garfield Eats live stream. Gabe, you were right. I saw some screenshots. There were not a lot of. I could have made a whole thing out of this.
I thought when you sent it to me, I was like, "So you're watching it, right?"
No, I mean it was on Friday. You were at my house when it was going on.
Charity would have just had to put up with it.
We would have just been like, Nathan Masry, we really want to know Garfield's philosophy. We want to know about Garfield's philosophy on things. How does Garfield feel about COVID-19? Hashtag these troubling times. You know what? Now I'm at the point where I'm like post-political, and I'm just basically I'm at the point now where I'm like, we got to get these pedophiles.
No, they swept that under the rug real quick.
Well, we're still going to get them, dude.
I mean, one of them's a candidate now.
Who? Joey?
Child sniffer Biden.
Well,
yeah.
no, dude, Trump's fucking boys with Epstein, too.
Yeah, but he'd grab some pussies that are of questionable age, but at least they're not children.
He likes adult women, but he fucking...
Biden likes children sitting on his lap.
The whole thing's fucking crazy because like it's like they're like 6 months too late and fucking clamping shit down after their pedophile ring fell apart.
They're seeing if they can,
or it didn't really fall apart. They just dropped one like loose string.
They're just seeing if they can suppress everybody and get their mind off of all the, child molestation.
Well, no,
we'll invent this big virus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, dude, I forgot to bring this up. You guys see the alien thing?
No.
Well, this is the thing that blows my fucking mind is how they casually. Okay, so about a year and a half ago, or maybe a year ago, this footage got leaked from a Navy plane. Like with their flight box, I guess.
Like a black box?
Not even, because it didn't crash.
Okay,
it's like their cameras. Their
okay.
cameras, yeah.
That's fine. They're surveillance cameras.
Correct. And these Navy guys who were like patrolling, I don't know where they were. I think it might have been the Pacific. They came across this object that moved unlike any other vessel ever. And it's like weirdly oblong shaped, and it moved as
a penis.
Well, chill. It might be, but anyway. So it's like oblong shaped, and it moved as fast, if not faster, than the F-16s that were being piloted, and it was able to change directions like back and forth very quickly in a way that I've known because the way the
back and forth very quickly, oblong shape. You're saying it's a Mach 5 penis?
Possibly. You're being funny, but this is actually kind of big. I mean, here's the thing.
It's like that penis.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It really did. What, do you want to pull it up?
Your penis?
I believe.
It's like a 12-second clip. It's fine.
It's like a 12-inch penis.
Sure. But anyway, this is a fucking like something. UFO in the sense that I can't identify what it is.
Right.
It's
So
flying
big.
object.
And veiny.
But anyway,
It's out of this world.
So before I play you this video, just know that it came out a year ago. It was leaked. I don't know by who. Probably someone in the Navy who was like, wow, this is big. Today, the dick, I mean... Yeah, the Pentagon officially said, yes, this is our video, and yes, this is authentic. This is not doctored footage. And it officially released it. Check this out.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
So this footage.
I love how this is fucking Navy pilots, by the way. Look at that thing, dude.
It literally sounds like kids I play Call of Duty with. Why do we have these fucking jets that shoot like billion-dollar missile launchers, and then their footage looks like that? That looks like it was from...
I think that was infrared, Gabe.
But it looked like it was from fucking Doctor Strangelove. Like,
I'm
it looked
fairly
like it came
certain
from a
that
long
was
time ago.
infrared, and they made it black and white because it wouldn't hurt your eyes as
I
much.
look like
Was
fucking
it-
high 8, dude. I can't accept that.
Was it like at nighttime? Is that
Yes.
why? Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Yeah. I was like, this is really low quality footage. I mean, they should invest
Anyway, so
in...
it behaves unlike. So, what do you guys think about that? I'm thinking it's probably a American, by the way, experimental aircraft.
I'd buy that.
I genuinely, because by the way, the whole Roswell thing turned out to be the B-1 bomber. It's a stealth bomber, the one that looks like the fucking.
Has that been verified?
You know, they came out was a Freedom of Information Act. I'm pretty sure they were like, "Oh yeah, we were testing the stealth bomber." A bunch of people saw it and fucking. So we told them it was weather balloons.
Do they release this shit on purpose so that like the Koreans and then the Russians are like, yeah, what is this? This is crazy.
I mean, yes, possibly, but I'm sure the Koreans and the fucking Russians already know
Don't
about
sound
it.
like that.
No.
They know about it probably.
Are we going to talk about Kim Jong Un?
He's probably kicking, dude.
He's probably dead, right?
No, there's a big question up in the air right now. Did I leave that in the episode? I can't even remember.
I don't think we talked about it. Or
We talked
maybe
about
very
it for like
briefly.
1 minute and then moved on.
So I heard that the South Koreans have like they've been watching the North Koreans and they're like, no, he's fine.
no, they have to. They're an imminent threat at all times.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, he's fine. But
Yeah.
the word on the street is he had a fucking failed like heart bypass surgery.
I've
or
heard
some
that
shit.
too, but I also think it's very possible that he did have the heart surgery and he was just like, oh, I'm just not going to go out in public at all because of #these troubling times.
Yeah, but they haven't had a case of it there.
Really?
Yeah, just like, by the way, when they were called up on fucking human rights trials for having concentration camps, they were like, no, we don't call them that. So, no, we don't. We're not going to be accepting those charges.
We don't have.
We don't have
have
concentration
those.
camps. Even though they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't
probably
know.
like-
He's probably still alive, and if not, I mean,
We wish him well.
They're probably like
I know I am looking forward. I'd love to chill with fucking fat Jong Un.
fucking education camps. It's completely different. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, well, no, they keep him there for 3 generations. I don't know if you knew that.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, because they want to breed the idea of like coming up against the government out of your family. That's how serious they are about it. So if you fuck up, and by the way, if you fucked up and you started getting its anti-government shit in North Korea, your whole family, like even Elvis and Sandy would have to go to fucking education camp.
But they're older
for
than
3.
me.
Doesn't matter. It's because they're punishing you all. But it's like the idea that, okay, so if we overly punish everyone, no one's gonna fucking, no one's gonna even think about it.
It's kind of like that group mentality like they do in the military where they punish one person. They're like, all right, we're going to punish
Precisely.
everybody.
Precisely, yeah.
Okay.
But it's a whole country. That's writ large.
That's fucked.
I know.
So, and then what about the whole, like, obviously the coronavirus started in China. And there was like there was an uprising in Hong Kong. Like they were waving like American flags
A
everywhere
while
and
ago,
shit.
yeah. Well,
And that's stopped.
well, no, it already was stopped because they kind of won. So maybe there's an argument you could be making right here, unknowingly, Gabe, that the entire thing No, that doesn't make sense. I was just going to say, why would China inflict that on itself just to hurt their own fucking dissidents?
Well, then they don't have to deal with this uprising anymore.
True, they did all have to go home, at least for a time being.
Because, I mean, we kind of treated communism the same way. We were like, all communism, bad. It will spread.
Yeah. Well, the problem with that argument is that communism fails no matter what you do.
Yeah, I
you
know.
don't have
So
to.
we
You
don't
don't
have
have
to
to
get
try.
involved.
You don't have to try to fuck with them. It'll just end up falling apart when people are like, "Fuck Jerome. I'm not fucking working for him."
There's so many Jeromes in Korea. It's a real
Yeah, it's like
epidemic.
the second.
problem.
Yeah, I know. It was like Kayla during the 1990s.
Guys, we need to just kick him out of the McDonald's and, sort this whole thing out.
But yeah, I think Kim Jong Un's still kicking, but if he isn't, it's gonna be a fucking arduous process because because you know what happened when Gaddafi fell apart in fucking Libya.
He got
right?
stabbed in the butthole,
He
didn't
got
he?
stabbed in the butt and dick.
I didn't hear that.
Gaddafi.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
That was
hear
it, and that was the thing.
We funded the fucking revolution that did that too.
that was
Proud
it.
to be an American.
That was the
Yeah.
thing for a while too. You'd like punch somebody in the butthole, and you'd go Gaddafi. That was like an internet sensation for a
Yeah.
little while.
Really? No wonder I didn't know about it.
You want me to punch you in the butthole? Do you feel left out, buddy?
A little bit.
That's like a thing in
Off mic.
what country in Asia is that where? Oh no, I think it's Japan, where if you go like stabbing someone with like your hand outstretched,
It's some
into your
kind of
butt.
a game. There's like a statue
It's
of
like-
it somewhere. I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's like a game where it's like a schoolboy game where it's like gotcha. It's like nut tap, but like it's up
But
your
they-
butt instead.
It's nut taps, but up your butt instead. I don't know. That's not really a snappy title, but I'll make it work.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
That beer smells like piss. Can I smell that up close?
Oh, this is not it. It's
smell like-
definitely that.
Does that smell like piss?
It's definitely not this.
No, I just smelt it. I don't know what you're talking about, but I just smelt it.
You smell it
Just
now?
the cat
I just
smell
smelled
like
it.
piss?
It's gone now though.
Did he
It went away.
No, it did not go away. Did he pee on the fucking... No, the seat is dry.
He just walked.
It smells
through
like
though.
straight piss. It doesn't even smell like cat piss. It just
Yeah,
smells
I was
like...
gonna say it smells like piss. Smell mine. Too.
I know, but he was walking under the table.
He doesn't smell like piss
It's not
inherently.
that-
I smell it. I smell the piss.
I don't smell it anymore.
It's not good.
I smell the piss.
Where the fuck did that come
I have
from?
no idea. I thought it was... It. I smelled it as soon as you brought your drink over, but it's not your drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
It's
not
not-
mine
It
it's
either.
smells like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, pretty much. What the fuck?
I don't smell it anymore.
This house is haunted. Charity was onto something. Fuck.
I disagree.
Piss ghost.
Piss ghost.
Piss ghost. Piss ghost.
Dude, we've never talked about it on this show.
God.
Because it isn't real. Ghosts
No,
aren't
it's
real.
fucking shit. Do you know her like big argument that she
What?
was
She
like?
heard Yuffie make a noise when she was in the shower. That was it, wasn't it?
No, it was she was like hungry, so she like poured herself a bowl of cereal and like put the spoon down on my bed, and then like went to go sit down and eat the cereal, and then like the spoon was gone, and I was like, "You fucking knocked it over." And it fell on the floor when you sat down on the bed.
Oh, you
She's
know
like,
what?
Simple
You could be
physics.
smelling weed. I mean, there is weed in here.
"That's not what.
That's not what-
what piss smells
Unless
like."
you're smoking a new strain, then in which case I'm gonna...
White piss. Speaking
Actually, I
of
don't
which, Gabe
smell
was
it now.
toking the gun.
Oh, were you?
Gabe took the gun.
Yo, I got the new John Zakem strain. You want to smell it?
That was good.
Yeah, Gabe took the gun. It didn't seem to affect him that much.
No, it usually doesn't.
Yeah, and well, also you didn't like sit there for fucking an hour, me and my wife smoking weed like we were. But yeah,
I do on occasion.
yeah, it enhances
Socially.
it enhances a nice booze buzz.
We had a good time.
Yeah, I fucking spanked your gay ass in fucking Mario Party.
I'm
Spanked his
terrible at Mario Party.
Mario Party is largely luck.
That's what I said.
It is. There's some skill, but it's largely luck.
It's largely
It's
luck.
like it's like maybe more than 50% luck.
I like WarioWare better.
WarioWare has better mini games.
Am I going to go out on a limb by saying
or
I
they're
like
sillier,
Wario?
I should say.
They're definitely sillier.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're not as funny, but
it's
they
more
are
fun to
silly.
me.
Did we talk about that?
I think we have.
Oh, okay. Well, just to refresh your memory. Okay. Well, we used to go rent movies from Blockbuster.
This movie we watched this week was pretty funny.
It was
we-
extremely funny.
We would have liked to have rented this from Blockbuster.
Yeah, we would have been. I mean, I don't think we would have liked to rent this at the time, maybe. I don't think we would have appreciated it.
As a film?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe we would have thought it was so funny that we liked it.
We would have fast forwarded to the really funny scene.
The funny scenes, yeah. You know about the funny scenes, don't you, Gabe?
I'm gathering that you think that sex was funny.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
how you described it as a kid.
Well, no, because we were renting movies
Because
from
it made you
Blockbuster.
feel funny.
No,
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 is that
no,
why?
no. We were saying
code.
It was code. It's code. It's code. No, we would go to Blockbuster, and Dawn's mom, she'd be like, "Whatever, get whatever you want." And so not whatever. She would check, and I would say to
Is
Dawn,
this movie funny or silly?
and
Did you say that?
No, she wasn't in on it. That was the whole point.
so silly means funny. Like actually, ha ha ha, funny. It's a comedy.
But we were hinting to each other, does this movie have sex and nudity in it by saying, is this movie funny?
Yeah. So because
Funny like how?
Like it has
like,
sex,
has sex
I know.
and tits in it.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, this movie is fucking hilarious. Dude. And yeah, I watched it. I this is another one of those movies where I hadn't seen in entirety, but I had seen many parcels of.
You had seen enough where you kind of had the gist, but... Or
Yeah.
did you feel you didn't have the gist? You feel like you didn't really
I feel
get the full
I gained
picture?
a lot from the full movie.
Okay.
Honestly.
I
I
feel that.
gained like what I think is, by the way, the baseline story of it rather than because I watched it prior to this for all the look, this is the fucking Masonic symbols and that kind of shit. And when I watched it this time, I was like, oh, this is a movie that Joe Sixpack can watch and kind of understand in his little. We'll get into it. But what was I going to say? Another thing I wanted to say, I apologize. I was under the false misconception that this movie took place in L.A.
I was very
Yeah, I was
confused because
wondering
you're
if
like,
it's New York.
you're like, hey, we're gonna do this theme now. This
thought
month, sort of, where it's L.A. weirdness, and then they were like instantly like, hey, we're in New York. I was
I
like,
had no fucking idea.
Oh.
I guess the implication that I had in my mind was, oh, Kubrick was making a movie about Hollywood decadence, which you could argue he still is.
Yeah.
But at the same time...
well, we're all inclusive. We like Biggie. We like Tupac.
Right, yeah.
So
Actually, I don't really
we
like
had to
Tupac,
include.
but-
You don't like Tupac?
I'm a Biggie guy.
Okay. Well, we had to include. We had to include New York. You know.
Yeah, you're right.
You know.
We don't want to get shot
Your
at out in
pizza-
Las Vegas.
Delivered with nothing but respect.
This movie. Can I also before we start talking about the movie, let's talk about the performances.
Okay. I don't know if we said the title, but Eyes
Eyes
Wide
Wide
Shut.
Shut. I'm surprised. Well, they downloaded the episodes, but yeah, Eyes Wide.
Stanley Kubrick's final film.
Yes, and he. By the way, worth mentioning, died 6 days after presenting his final cut.
To the studio. Or what was
Well,
the studio?
to the person who was the point man in securing the
Oh.
film, and then also Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
I have it in my notes. Final cut to Warner Brothers.
Right, but also Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman were there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It
So-
also holds film production at 400 days, holds the Guinness World Record for the
Yeah.
longest continuous film shoot.
And we'll get into later, we'll talk about the controversy about how he felt about the film. There is a bit of a tabloid sensation related to it. We'll get to it at the end. So Tom Cruise, oh my God, so this came out in 1999. What year did fucking,
Vanilla Sky.
no.
Ah,
What
that's
year
right.
did American Psycho come out?
Was it the same year?
Holy shit, it's a similar performance.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't know there's some fucking hinky shit going on with there. Because in the book of American Psycho, Tom Cruise is a character.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Oh.
And because he lives in the same building as Patrick Bateman, and Patrick Bateman purposely lived there so he could be like Tom Cruise. And this film, he comes off not quite like Patrick Bateman in the sense that he's murdering, but he's that kind of soulless yuppie.
Yeah.
I wrote in my notes, Tom Cruise, just him himself comes off.
It's like him.
He comes off.
He made him give an it's for the first time in his life, Tom Cruise gave an authentic performance.
He comes off as a sociopath, but that's him.
Kind of, yeah.
That's
kind of a
just
sociopath,
him.
but kind of like almost like a naive child, if you know
bit.
what I mean.
A little
Like
bit.
in the world where he's like, where you can almost imagine that Tom Cruise plays this game in his head every day, where he's like, oh, like, he's like, I don't know how Hollywood works. This is crazy how I'm falling into all these great roles and stuff. And you can imagine he really, apparently they were cast, Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, by the way, married couple,
At the
comes
time,
very
yes.
big into play in this movie,
I
I think.
didn't even know that.
They were married and they divorced shortly after it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I would divorce Nicole Kidman too.
After
She's
this
a
movie.
terrible actress.
Well, yeah.
She's really the only thing that really drags us down.
I'll
for
get
me.
into why she was chosen later. But anyway, they were chosen to play the two leads after a 2-hour meeting with Kubrick after having never met prior to this.
Yeah, because he was getting ready to die. He's like, I got to get this fucking film made. God
Well,
damn
no,
it.
here's the thing is his producer or whoever was his point man on the fucking movie was like, hey, Stanley, you think you could maybe use a fucking movie star for once? Like, since Nicholson, he was the last guy he used as, that's verbatim what the quote was. Mm-hmm. He was the last, like, leading man. Not that Nicholson's really a leading man. He's kind of a character actor.
When was The Shining film? The 70s?
1980. Well, it came out in 1980. Yeah.
So.
Okay. At the time, he was a leading guy.
Right. So, yeah, fair enough. So, anyway, the studio really persuaded him to pick
A well-known actor.
a star. And after an 2-hour meeting of them, yeah, like I said, he picked him. And also, it's worth noting that Nicole Kidman's father was, after this movie, implicated in a child sex ring originating in Australia, where she's from. So he's like the Epstein of Australia. I'm not even fucking kidding. So there's all these. We're going to get into everything, by the way.
There's layers here.
There's layers. It's like an onion.
A bloomin' onion.
Yeah, bloomin' onion.
I was trying to come up with a cheesy Australian thing to say about molesting children, but I guess
I know.
I'll-
Touch that kids.
It's so bad.
We'll delve into the plot here. So the movie is about a petit bourgeois, upper middle class doctor from New York. So it's like kind of like, if you think about it in terms of like where you're going to be a doctor, I think New York is one of the top places to do it.
Yeah.
But
especially now during these troubling times.
Hashtag troubling times.
This is also based on
A 1926
novella dream story by Arthur
Schnitzler, like schnitzel.
So
but
it's
Schnitzler.
transferred from 20th century Vienna to be in fucking New York.
And Kubrick actually bought the rights to this book in the 60s.
Yeah. So
And he had like a bunch of
he
different
was making
ideas to make this
Lolita,
movie.
and then he was like, "Yeah, I'll just get the rights to this." And
A lot of Jewish shit in that book, by the way. I read the Wikipedia article about that book.
I mean,
Very Jewish.
Reeks of it.
It does. And also, by the way,
I was excited for you to do
Arthur
your Jewish voice whenever we talked about Ziegler.
Ziegler. No, Arthur Schnitzler, though, he was his children were friends with Freud's.
Really?
Yeah. And we're going to loop back on all this Freudian shit later.
No doubt.
I mean, it's definitely part of the theme of this.
They were contemporaries, so to speak. So he is an upper middle class, kind of breaking into what could be considered the elite in New York City. And he's a doctor. However, he's a doctor.
I wouldn't call him the elite, but he has clients that are part of that elite.
Sure, but he's adjacent.
Yes.
And at the beginning of the
he's a
film,
doctor, yeah.
it's Christmas, and he's invited to one of his most wealthy clients'
It's a very ritzy Christmas party.
Christmas party at a clearly Jewish man's house.
Ziegler.
And he and his wife are simultaneously tempted by other people at the party.
Okay, so not only do I just dislike Nicole Kidman for her performance in this, but
She's
also
terrible.
her character in this too.
I mean, both of them, really.
Well, I would say they're both equally terrible. I'm sorry.
Rude.
Just and often, and then like even we're getting into they're both tempted.
Right.
Tom Cruise is tempted by like two young models. She's tempted by this creepy
Wait.
Hungarian
Time out.
guy.
Beep. Hang on. One thing of note here is that one of the models identifies their last name as being Windsor. Are you familiar with the surname Windsor?
No.
It is the name of the royal family in England. So she's a royal.
I mean, I guess.
Well,
there's
that
other
was the
people
impl-
out there
that was-
that named Windsor.
One of the things about Kubrick's movies is that he's like known for saying every detail is important.
Yeah, true.
So if he put it in there, it means something. So the implication, you'll see why.
I know.
later.
Okay, I get what you're getting at.
Yeah, so she's possibly related to the royal family. So these aren't just some fucking dumb whore model. This is some fucking rich bitch who's trying to fuck at a party rando who happens to be just a well-paid doctor. Mm-hmm. He's not anybody special.
Yeah, but so he's tempted by two hot young women.
Sure.
She's tempted by, hi, I'm a creep and I'm Hungarian. That's who she's tempted by.
Well, it unfolds later as to what kind of person she is.
Right. Also, it's pretty obvious that he's latently gay. It's very, very obvious.
I agree.
Yes.
And also, more importantly, it seems that this whole sexual world he's desperately trying to break into, but just doesn't have the feet for it.
He can't pull the trigger with any woman. He has so many opportunities. He just can't.
And also, by the way, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, there you go.
This
Playing
is
himself.
such a gorgeous movie when you think about the implications of everything.
Charity was getting mad at me because there's like a bunch of times where he comes close, but I was like, hey, technically he hasn't done anything wrong yet. And she's like, she's like seething mad at me.
So he is tempted, quote unquote, but he's he's brought away from it again by Ziegler. Is basically killed a hooker in his room. Reminiscent, by the way, to me, just because of the way the guy looks. I don't know what else that Sidney Pollack guy's in. Is he big?
He's
This was supposed to be
done
Harvey
stuff.
Keitel. Did you know that?
Really?
They filmed parts of it, and then they just ended up not having the...
That would have been weird.
Oh, that would have been good.
That
He's
would've been
creepy.
good.
I
He
think
is,
the Jewy guy definitely does it for me. And I think he's a good actor. The guy
He's
that they
fine. I
chose.
don't have a problem with him. I'm just saying, think about how fucking awesome it would be with Harvey Keitel.
I'm never going to say
There's
no
a
to Harvey
specific
Keitel.
line
Yeah.
that he delivers later on in the movie.
All right, we'll talk about it then. Yeah.
Well, I'll
Remember
forget.
the Harvey Keitel.
No, I'm saying the Ziegler guy.
Yeah, I know.
He delivers it later on, and it was 100%. I was like, I see that, like, Kubrick definitely directed the way he said that line specifically, where he was like, do you know the kind of people? I'm not going to tell you the kind of people. It's something like that, to that effect. And to me, it was kind of like,
Well, I'm sure that
It was
Kubrick
in-
would be really proud that you're saying that you could see him pulling the strings.
I know he's
fist
usually
up the
so
guy's ass.
he's usually so enigmatic and not hands off with his actors.
I don't know. It's just.
I know I'm fucking with you.
I like this guy. He never makes a movie where I'm like, I don't see where he was going with any of this. You
All
know
right.
what
So
I mean?
anyway,
You haven't seen Barry Lyndon.
That's
have to
rated highly, and I know you.
I just
you
don't
have,
like it.
I'm
I
gonna
know
check
you
it
have
out
disdain
probably
for it.
next.
All right, well.
I haven't. Yeah, whatever.
Maybe we should do it so we can talk shit about it on the podcast, or Dawn doesn't want to watch it again.
I'll do whatever you say. I'm here, Honor.
So anyway, he's tempted, but then he gets pulled away to go save fucking Ziegler, who was a dead hooker, pretty much.
Yeah, she OD'd doing like a speedball.
Speedball. Doesn't really actually administer any medical help.
He kind
Open
of just
your
makes
eyes.
sure she's still like not. She's not out of it completely.
Right. But this is kind of an exercise in secret keeping that Ziegler wanted to play with Tom Cruise. Which, trust me, with Tom Cruise has no problem keeping secrets.
So,
Wink.
by saying that, do you think that he was kind of seeing if he's okay with that kind of world? Was he kind of like preparing him for that?
I don't.
I don't think it's deliberate.
I don't
think.
so either.
Well, no, I actually think that this entire film plays out as an initiator. We'll get to it later. I really think that right from the outset of this movie, the story that is being told is about Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman being initiated into a sex magic satanic cult.
I'd say that's almost incidental.
This movie is referenced so often in pop culture as being like, that's like the crazy fucked up sex party orgy thing.
Right.
I've always
it's been
hear
parodied many times.
because people always
It wasn't well received when it came out.
really,
No.
but a lot of people be like, "That's
But
some,
then again, neither was The Shining.
that's some eyes wide shut type shit." Like I've heard that in a lot of different things where people like literally that's just a way of describing something.
Well, anyway. So meanwhile, Nicole Kidman is completely flirting with this fucking
she's also drunk and really bad at. It's like she's never been drunk in her life. The way she acts.
You're right.
It's bad.
You're not wrong. You're
But
not wrong.
the guy's first name is Xandor, and I believe that that is a reference.
Is he a fucking Japanese superhero? What
Szandor. It's Hungarian.
It's very weird. Go on.
Anyway, but I believe that was in a reference to Anton Szandor LaVey, who is the guy who started the Church of Satan. That's me, but I picked up immediately when I saw that guy's name. And also, he references a poem which is not overtly referenced in the movie, so to speak. But the poem he brings up is a poem called "On Betting Married Women." So this guy likes to fuck, and he knows that he's barking up a married tree. Also,
it
notice
doesn't seem to be the issue in any of these guys that they're
true.
Fucking married
Also,
women.
notice that in the background of this party, instead of having traditionally looking, nice Christmas decorations with, like big, like usually it's like snowflakes and stuff, it's inverted pentagrams.
Oh, I didn't even notice this.
Yeah.
This is only my first time watching it, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you can pick up on a lot more. I mean, you said you basically watched it before.
I watched all like the fucking this is this, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, or this is what it might be, theories and shit. Okay, so they both pass on the sex. That night they go home, and it shows them fucking, actually. Mm-hmm. But is that actually happening right now? Or is it a dream? That's a big theme in this movie.
I think that time they were fucking, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Maybe.
They were fucking each other, but mentally they were not fucking each
Right,
other.
they're both thinking about the party that they were at.
Yeah, but also it's kind of like when you're in a shitty relationship and you kind of just
All right, Gabe, you don't have to spill your guts here.
go through. This
It
isn't
was a
me.
joke. It's a joke.
Stop projecting, Gabe.
This where it's like you're kind of just going through the motions.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, they're married.
Yeah.
A long time, by the way.
Yeah.
They have a fucking 7-year-old kid, and they've been married 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it leads to some more great Nicole Kidman acting because they're smoking a joint, and then she gets all loopy like fucking weed is a hard drug.
I know. She's worse than him, too. Because he seems like actually a guy who maybe smoked weed.
Yeah.
It was like looking away a little bit. But he's acting semi-natural.
She was acting like she took heroin.
Yeah,
She's
sucks.
like slurring her word and like, you're crazy.
And so during this scene, I think he really, he doesn't necessarily completely out himself as being like a gay guy, but at the same time, he also like really shows an antiquated view of what women are. And not in the like liberal gay sense, but in the sense that it's like, all right, be realistic with it. You know what I mean? He's like, well, women wouldn't. They
don't think that way.
They don't think that way. Men just want to fuck all the time. Women have no desire like that.
They just want to be like comfortable is basically how he puts it.
Right.
They want security.
Yeah. We introduced the idea of there being a strong military person who fucks her. Or she at least desires that kind of power and status.
Mm-hmm.
She likes semen.
She does like semen. It's seemingly like semen.
There's also a point in that scene where she does this like forced lauter that's really cringy.
She
to
does
me,
it a
too.
few times in this movie, actually, especially in that dream. It's so fucking terrible. She sucks. Why does she have a career besides the fact that her dad's a pedophile billionaire?
Her dad's a pedophile
the nail on the
billionaire,
head.
and she was married to Tom Cruise, who's a successful actor. So
Successful gay Scientologist actor.
yeah, well, she's riding on coattails. Is basically what we're
All
saying.
right, fine.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, she had other things, though. When they started filming this, she was in England filming a movie, and he came not filming a movie to meet her there.
Okay.
So what the fuck? How does she have a career?
I don't know.
So they get into this fucking retarded argument.
Sorry,
in which
I'm just gonna keep on digging into her because she's by far the worst thing in the movie.
You won't hear any arguments from me.
Okay.
To me, that's not what the movie's about.
It's not about that, but I'm saying she broke me away from the story every time. I'm like, oh,
I know what
this
you mean.
bad?
I know what you mean. So we're on the second day, and again, this is like 2 days before Christmas. This is kind of impingent to me thematically on what is going on in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's supposed to be like the most Christian and wholesome time of the year, and meanwhile, these fucking rich people are fucking and having these fucking fucked up orgies and possibly killing people. We'll get to that, but we'll possibly killing people, and it's a whole thing. Where are we?
She basically has this monologue where she's like, we were on vacation and I wanted to fuck the sailor and I was willing to risk everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jesus Christ, really, bitch?
I know, that's fucking nuts. How sociopathic is that? But
you have a kid with this guy. You were willing to risk that too.
Well, think about the kind of person she is. She's never worked. She's
unfortunately she has. That's what I'm talking about, Scott.
No, but listen, she's basically a fucking socialite. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Her only job prior to this was working in a fucking art gallery. So she's accustomed to this kind of fucking life. So imagine the kind of degeneracy that could spawn out of someone who's never had a hard day in their fucking life.
Well.
What?
Well.
Oh yeah. No. My bad. Sorry. I thought you were making a southern accent. It didn't.
I wasn't doing a foghorn leghorn.
Well. That's what you were doing. Well. That's what you should have said.
That's it. Yeah.
But yeah, so imagine the kind of degeneracy that could spawn out of that kind of brain. Anyway, so day 2, Tom Cruise goes off to work and he does his fucking normal shit. That night he comes home. He gets a phone call from one of his patient's children.
Yes.
And is called to go over there because he's perished. Which, by the way, what do you need to go off to over there for?
Good question.
And almost, it seems to me, and this is...
Well, clearly it's a rich guy, so maybe he would have wanted...
He's trying to show face at the fucking FAMS thing.
No, I think it's more that he's a rich guy, so he gets the house call rather than
I get what you're saying.
Ambulance, which is impersonal and like they don't know the family. There might be... We don't.
I see what you're saying.
We're blue collar people. We don't know what that's like.
But I could argue that this entire series of events could have been set in motion prior to him getting this phone call. Maybe not this phone call, but there's something that got him out that night, and it was something as urgent as him leaving his house to go to one of his patients.
You're saying something that we didn't know about?
I am saying something that might be going on. That's subterfugal. I'm saying that there's a possibility that the reason why Tom Cruise was called, or we'll call him his real name, fine. Bill
Hartman or something?
Harford. Oh, it's Harford because Stanley Kubrick said, we need some kind, it can't be Jewish, because it was originally, I told you, the book was about a Jewish guy. Mm-hmm. He said, it can't be a Jewish guy. It's got to be like a Harrison Ford type goyim. And
so Harford. That's funny.
It really was that.
Wow.
So he gets called. So I'm saying that there's possibly some kind of wheels in motion already at this point, getting him out of the house.
What is your basis for that?
Yeah, what would have got him out of the house?
Because of a bunch of things that happen later that I'm going to get to. So he goes to his client's house. This scene...
He's dead. He's all messed up.
He's dead. He's all messed up. But again, it's demonstrated that he's clearly a faggot. And this woman... He's pissed, by the way, right?
I wouldn't call him a faggot for this.
Not for this.
Not for this
we'll
one.
Get there.
This one is weird.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know. Like, yeah.
He takes this one on the chin, like, as you should.
There's a dead body in the room at the time.
Right. And furthermore, this woman is clearly disturbed.
Yes.
She throws himself at him and is apparently in love with him.
Yeah, he's like, we've had like 2 conversations ever.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know me. She's like, no, but I love you.
At the same time,
this is how we're talking about
his daughter, the client's
patient's daughter.
Yeah. But also take into account that the fact that he's fucking horned up thinking about his wife, thinking about other men right now.
Yeah, they
And you
continually
can
play
they
this.
keep showing him thinking about her getting fucked by
Every
other
time
guys.
they show it, it's this like dreamlike sequence that's very German impressionistic, like fucking silent film era, the way they do the film.
Well, I think that was actually the studio's choice because I think there was supposed to be graphic sex scenes being showed, but the studio decided to digitally alter it to keep the NC-17.
I feel like they probably would have digitally altered the fucking orgies. They digitally altered that
they don't-
thing that's recurring.
Well, they tastefully shot most of the orgy shit.
You don't think that he had a little bit of like German expressionism?
I mean, definitely the lighting for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I get that theme throughout the movie, but there it's like it looks more like it because it's like that's the time period it would have looked like.
Dreamlike.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like a dream because I mean we'll see
It is.
later why. Yeah, and so he's fucking horned up thinking about his wife boning other guys. Probably the only thing that can get him hard at this point because he's gay. So you'd think that he'd jump at the opportunity, especially knowing that his wife almost fucking left him and his kid a year ago
for a seaman.
for some fucking guy that looked at her once. This fucking bitch.
Yeah, she literally
He
described
didn't
it.
even seem to be reciprocal in wanting to fuck her.
It was just like a passing glance, like, oh,
Yeah, like, hey, sailor. So yeah, she throws himself at her, and it's very awkward. And he leaves. At that point, he seems to be like almost blue balled by that though, because he heads out into the streets, into the red light district kind of area of New York.
I mean, I don't think that's his intention, but
That's where he ends up though.
he ends up talking to a lady of the night,
Right, not just any lady of the night, a lady of the night named Domino.
who's also.
Who
Do you
seems to
recognize her?
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus,
Wait, who's
motherfucker.
she?
She's the love interest of the teen kid.
The one that makes the salt rings around everybody. That one.
Oh, I didn't notice.
It's kind of funny.
You asking me if I recognize somebody? That's cute. It's very cute.
It's just funny that we
I
recognize her
actually
from
legitimately had a hard time differentiating her from her roommate later in the movie. I'm not even bullshitting. Their faces looked the same
There's,
to
I
me.
think that's deliberate, and I also think it's deliberate that Tom Cruise looks a lot like the woman who threw herself at him, who has the boyfriend. He looks a lot like Tom
Well,
Cruise
the
too.
haircuts for sure.
No,
definitely
just
deliberate.
overall they look a lot alike. I think that's deliberate as
except
well.
one is way taller than the other.
True.
Because Tom Cruise is a fucking midge.
I just thought it was funny that like we recognize her from like a Disney movie we grew up watching, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'm a prostitute." It's
Yeah.
just kinda-
Well, I mean, you see the little sister's tits in American Beauty. It's very disturbing.
that's her.
Yeah.
The little sister from Hocus Pocus is the girl, the daughter of Kevin
I knew
Spacey's
that.
character. Oh, Gabe's got some material for tonight.
Shocked.jpg right now.
Anyway,
Here's my posit here, though, is that she seems to just fall upon him, but do you not see that she kind of almost recognized him?
she's gravitating towards him.
Gravitating towards him, possibly.
I mean, I think that's how they kind of make their money.
Sure. But when you get in, once Tom Cruise bites and gets inside her red door house, there's a mask in her house.
I get into her red door, if you know what I mean.
There's a mask in her house and books on psychology and sociology.
Devil worship.
That's not what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to say that she was.
trying to egg you on.
Furthermore, I think her name Domino, by the way, might be some sort of symbolic between.
Him falling.
No, she's a domino in the series of events.
Yeah, him falling.
Oh, right, sure. I guess, sure, fine.
You just say yes without even like acknowledging the things that I say.
Not always.
Just usually.
Sometimes. No, but anyway, but my point is, though, as my idea is that she was put there to ensnare him from the society that he will later be a part of.
So she's the catalyst.
Well, no, she's part of it. That's why she's just a domino. Because she's only one small part of it.
Okay. Well, she could still be the catalyst, being one small part of it.
Fine, fair enough. She was the one that set everything in motion.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I dig what I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Now, before they get down and do the nasty, he gets a call from his wife.
And he thinks better of it, even though it's not just because he's gay.
Yeah. But he still pays her because he's a gentleman.
I know. By the way, also I want to mention during the scene specifically, he makes a point to point out her shitty ass Christmas tree, and
She's got a real Charlie Brown Christmas tree. And
Yeah,
he's
it's
like, "Oh, that's
shitty.
it's a nice tree you got there."
But also, I wanted to just comment now on let's think about the different classes that are at play here.
Prostitute.
All right, you're being funny, but I'm actually trying to do
Yeah.
fucking smart, big brain, fucking
I wouldn't know anything
film
about that.
analysis stuff. Okay, so he is like upper middle class, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you see his house, and they're at the very beginning of the movie. Nicole Kidman's in kind of a cramped bathroom. Remember that first scene where she's getting dressed?
She's peeing.
Yeah, well, she's getting peed, and he has to stand like 1 foot away from her. That would never be in like a super duper rich family. You know what I mean? They'd never have to share a bathroom. That's nuts.
I mean, it's off the master bedroom. You share a bathroom.
You're fucking picking apart my fucking.
See where he's going with this.
You see where I'm going with this. So, but then you compare that with where you go to the Ziegler house.
Ziegler.
Everything's got fucking massive ceilings.
All of the stuff shot
They
in his
have
house
people.
is beautiful.
There's people. There's a fucking sculpture at the bottom that resembles Jacob's ladder. By the way,
I want his like.
I'm pretty sure his staircase that he goes up to save the hooker. By the way, is supposed to be Jacob's ladder.
I want his fucking library, like pool hall room.
We'll get to that
fucking
later. We have a lot to
sick.
talk about with that later.
Okay.
So just compare that to fucking
Prostitute's
the
house.
prostitute's house, right? Where like there's hanging there's laundry hanging over the
There's
sink.
bras drying out.
Fuck, dude, shut up! Stop texting me.
Fucking put your phone on airplane mode like I do.
I need to hit a fucking drop once in a while.
You can put it on airplane mode and still do drops, right?
No,
It's online.
I'm
Okay.
what were we just talking? This is what I'm talking about, Mike. You ruined everything.
The prostitute's apartment. There's clothes hanging, bras.
It sucks. It sucks. Yeah.
Well said.
But
It
anyway, but my point though is that, and this is present in a lot of Kubrick's movies, is that the idea of class divide, and so you see 3 different classes in this movie. You see someone who's ostensibly to us rich, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, but that's because we're prostitutes.
I mean,
Got bras hanging everywhere.
it's true. This
Look at
bra.
this place.
I literally have a bra. I use a bra as a mask.
I use a
This-
bra to flush my
hashtag
teeth in
these
the morning.
troubling times.
Always.
But my point though is, so there's definitely some kind of sort of dialectic going on here between the 3 different groups here and how they interplay. And it seems to me that, as you were saying, as you were agreeing with me before, is that there's some sort of agreement between this super duper rich group people who are luring in Tom Cruise here now,
Okay.
and the poor people, and he has no fucking idea.
To kind of pull him down to the level of the super rich fucking weird people.
I'm going to get to that. But also, furthermore, there's something to be said that the very poor people...
Actually, have it better than the middle class.
No. That's not what you might have that... Maybe you can convince me on that, but that's not what I was going to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that they view sex as transactional.
Yeah.
And also the rich people view sex as transactional and mundane. And the people in the middle, upper middle, especially like Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, they just had a huge fucking argument over theoretical fidelity the other night. So they hold that the petit bourgeois consider fidelity to be some sort of holy sacrament of sorts. And whereas the poor people consider it to being like, oh, this is how I make my money.
Right.
Right. So there's definitely a dichotomy to be identified there. So he goes to this place, and then he gets like you said, he gets a phone call, thinks better of it, and bails, but still decides to pay her. By the way,
He's a nice guy.
also I wanted to say, on the same class lines we were just talking about, imagine how fucking nice it would be that you could literally throw away money at this fucking hooker for not fucking her.
He does it throughout this whole entire movie.
That's what I was gonna say. The whole movie, he's just throwing cash around like it's nothing. And
Because anytime he's like about to not get what he wants, he's like, "Oh, what if I sweeten
what if I'm
the
a
deal?
little bit richer than you?" Yeah. So there's something there too.
So he leaves the prostitute's apartment and he happens upon the bar that his friend, the pianist...
Happens upon. That's cute.
The pianist, Nick Nightingale. I like the name, by the way.
Nick Nightingale, who sings in the night, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Like a nightingale.
So he plays in jazz clubs. He was playing at Ziegler's party, and he was like... Tom ran into him and was like, oh, I went to med school with him, but he dropped out. And then he says, hey, I'm playing at this club. And then Tom Cruise happens upon that later on after leaving the prostitute's house.
Oh, it's just coincidence that he was there, by the way.
Well, he might have been looking for his friend. So he stops in for a drink.
Sure. No, he definitely... Tom Cruise definitely stopped off of that place because he knew his friend was there. Absolutely.
He sees his name on the thing outside.
What I'm suggesting is that there was no mistake as to the reason why Nick Nightingale was playing piano at that Christmas party. He's from Seattle. What the fuck was he doing there? I know he explains it away as, I go where the work is.
Yeah.
Sure. But why was he hired by this elite guy who happens to be a part of an elite sex cult? I'm suggesting that it's possible that he was put there on purpose to entice Tom Cruise's character into engaging with this underbelly.
Yeah, why wasn't he in a nice grunge band in Seattle instead?
I mean, time-wise, yes. Time period-wise, it would make fucking perfect sense. Anyway, so he stops in there, and Nick Nightingale seems to fucking just immediately throw the password at Tom Cruise's password.
I wouldn't say that, but he answers the phone in front of him, and then he writes down a fucking it's like a Beethoven symphony.
He basically holds up the fucking picture of Annie M to the audience, Miss Hill style.
I mean, come on,
yeah. It's very
and also the word fidelio. I mean, I believe it means fidelity, which means staying true to something, or staying true to your wife, or it could be staying true to something larger.
Satan.
Or whatever that is. I don't want to ascribe intentions here. Anyway, so he spills that he's been several times tasked by rich people to play piano in a unknown location. At first, by the way, he mentions he doesn't know where it is, but then later he has the address for it.
He's like, hey, I gotta play blindfolded, guy.
Also consider the fact that in the Masons, blindfolding is something you do symbolically, even if you can see. It's something you do symbolically to do a ritual.
Yeah, we talked about this. My brother's a Freemason.
Right, we're going to talk a lot more about Masons later. So he spills the beans that fucking... So basically, Tom Cruise is now going like, how am I going to get my fucking dick off? I can't come from my wife. I can't come from fucking hookers.
I'm so backed up right now.
I need something that's exciting.
This movie would be really short if you just went home and jerked off like all the rest of us do.
Not me.
You don't go home and jerk off?
Nope.
He doesn't have to.
No, it's not that.
Play video games.
No, I have low T.
That was way sadder. I thought you were gonna build yourself up and you knocked yourself down. Yeah.
I have low T.
All right, I don't want to talk about that. And now you're making me sad. Continue. Fuck Scott. Jeez, fucking killing my mood.
But anyway, so he's instantly like hooked. He's like, all right, I gotta check this shit out.
There are penises.
Hang on, wait a minute.
I think I know what's coming.
You gotta check this out.
No.
It's not what I expected.
Not me neither.
What were you thinking?
He's a fag.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, he is a fag. I mean, that just goes without saying. Yeah,
it's a given.
But he's like, so basically, this is his in his mind to get into this weird. Like he thinks he's gonna bust hard from this. Oh, so he gets a tip off from Nightingale. By the way,
begrudgingly, he doesn't want to give him the information.
He begrudgingly. He, like you said, he fucking basically holds it up to the camera, Miss Hill style, to be like, "Hey, check this out, idiot."
Yeah.
He goes to someone who he assumes owns a costume/tuxedo place.
A former patient apparently had sold his costume shop.
Wait. this is where I want to cause some splash here.
Okay.
He goes to a place assuming that his client lives and works there. He buzzes the door and finds out
that the Russian guy from Snatch actually owns the shop now.
And he's surprised to find out. Now, what's the word? Inference here is that Russian guy from Snatch, which I haven't seen.
It's a good movie.
I saw Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I haven't seen
If
Snatch.
you like that, you'll like Snatch.
I'm sure.
Carry on.
Yeah. So the Russian guy from Snatch, he was placed there by the people who were trying to get Tom Cruise to the party all along. Because it seems to be somewhat of a surprise to Tom Cruise that the guy's gone, almost as if he might have been there recently. Like, it seems like this doesn't make sense.
He said he moved to Chicago like a year.
You're taking him at face value.
A cover story, of course.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's a shitty fucking cover, by the way. Oh, yeah, he moved to Chicago a year ago. Yeah.
Why would the Russian guy from Snatch lie?
Well, because he's a human trafficker. He pimps out his daughter, quote unquote.
That's
later.
such a weird thing too, because it's
we'll
like
get to that later.
Stop saying that. We'll get to it now.
That's the end of the episode. We'll get to that later.
He's like, oh, you want a costume? And he's like, hey, I'll give you like $200 above. You're like, cool. They get in there.
Well, because can I just say though that's very telling. By the way, can I just say all of this wasn't worked out prior to me getting here. Me talking it out loud has really fucking helped me get my.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. But no, but $200 is all it fucking took for this guy to get out of bed and
in the middle of the night reopen his costume store to get this dude an orgy costume.
Right.
Which is like, even, okay, if he's not employed by these fucking, like, Satan worshippers, like Scott's saying, you know what that's for, I feel like. You need a costume in the middle of the night, and it's like, okay, I need a tuxedo and a mask and a cloak.
I don't think many people think of a arcane orgy.
Orgy, right away. I know this.
I think this movie put that idea in people's heads.
Yeah, no, it definitely did.
Yeah. But I do think that there's... whatever. Let's not get into that. But I was just going to say... Well, no, okay. Let's not get into that later.
So they sell... he's going to, like... He's setting him up with a costume, and then they find out that his daughter is in there with two cross-dressing Asian men.
Yes,
from
two
Dunkin'
Japanese
Donuts.
businessmen from Dunkin' Donuts. And he calls her a little whore and sends her away, except she smiles and goes over to him.
Like whispers in his ear.
And what she says...
Sweet nothings.
Is...
Oh, is this what we're gonna... The subtitles are gonna help us
The
out?
subtitles say...
That's not good. You should not have watched subtitles. You're not supposed to hear what she says at all.
It's not that big of a hint.
Oh, it isn't? Okay, well,
No.
let's hear it.
She says, you want a cloak lined with ermine.
Okay, which means...
cloak with ermine is what the European royals line their cloaks with. Ermine. It's like a almost passed down from the Pope kind of thing.
Okay.
Where like the Habsburgs, all the European royals are connected. They have certain rituals that they always do. They always line their cloaks in ermine. So the implication is that the people from very, very, very high up are going to be at this party, and she's very aware of what this place is. Mm-hmm. So she's been there. Mm-hmm. Basically, what really is more important is that she knows what's going on with him.
That's actually, as short of a thing as she could have said. That's actually like kind of like heavy.
I know.
I thought she was just like, "Hey, you want to fuck?"
No, I thought
she said, "You want to verbatim." It's you want a cloak lined with ermine. And that's it. But if you look into that, you find out that that's
actually pretty interesting. Scott.
Yeah. And yes, I saw this today while I watched the film. Anyway, so, by the way, can we just mention the continual Alice Through the Looking Glass / Wizard of Oz references?
I didn't notice any Wizard of Oz references.
Under the Rainbow?
Oh, that's right. True.
The name of the place that they're at with the costume is called... the very beginning of the film, the Windsor and the other girl who are trying to fuck Tom Cruise say that we're going to the end of the rainbow.
That's right. True.
And also, can I just say, and let me get into real tinfoil hat area here. There is an extensive cross-reference here of MK Ultra experiments being related to Alice in the Looking Glass, and also Alice is the name of the girl who is his wife, Nicole Kidman, and she continually looks into a mirror in the film. And Alice Through the Looking Glass is the actual name of Alice in Wonderland, and Alice in Wonderland imagery was used in the MK Ultra experiments. And also, Frank Baum's Oz and Alice Through the Looking Glass were both considered esoteric texts from Aleister Crowley. So there's like an origin of... Aleister Crowley was like a guy who was like a Elizabethan era English court jester kind of dude. But
he's a Mad Hatter, if you will.
Yeah, well, he organized like these weird... he literally wrote this fucking thing about how like he was like satanically connected. Look into it, folks. But no, Alistair, are you familiar with the guy?
No.
He was like a guy who consulted with the Crown of England on occult matters. And he was the father of basically the entire movement of like the New Age movement, you know what I mean, where like the whole David Lynch kind of thing, where it's like, oh, it went from being like, oh, we're English people worshiping, you know, Indian gods, and then we're going to go through, oh, we're going to do yoga now, and then we're going to do meditation and all that kind of stuff. So he's the father of all that shit. And
where do they get the interviewing chimp part?
Good question.
That's what I want to know.
But his whole thing was he was trying to start a whole new era of ritual, and he wanted to let the ruling elite basically lead the entire planet into a world of creating rituals and completing them in order to create a new age of psychic awareness and in touch with pagan ideals. And this is a real thing that happened in like 1899 to 1910.
How did you get this deep into it? Was this all off of Wikipedia? You just clicking links like crazy?
Kinda. Yeah.
It fucking shows.
We're swimming pretty deep here. We're at 54 minutes on the second half, so let's get the people fucking pretty soon.
There's plenty of shit to be cut out of the first part. But it's a fact that that repeated Oz visuals and fucking Alice Through the Looking... Oh, dude, by the way, also, the guy who wrote Alice Through the Looking Glass was definitely a pedophile. Like, he wrote it about an unrelated girl that he was fond of.
But I guess at least she wasn't related.
Yeah, because he was a monk. A monk, quote unquote.
Air quotes. So he gets a cab ride to the orgy.
Oh, sorry. And also, again, this is another thing where like there is some sort of class divide here, where he's able to just throw money at this guy. It literally rips up money, by the way, in order to entice $100 bill. This fucking piece of shit. You know what I do for $100 bill, you motherfucker?
A lot of gay shit.
A lot of gay ass shit. And so this guy's like, fuck, I can't leave.
Yeah, but that also ends up being a class divide where they're like, everybody else showed up in a limo. Like, you obviously...
I know, but that's exactly the point, though, isn't it, Gabe? Is that he thought he was fucking flexing nuts, over this guy by fucking ripping $100 bill. When really, you know, I'm fucking wasting $100 on something retarded, too. I'm like him. I'm not like him, but you know what I mean. I'm not gay, but you know what I mean. But like, it's $100 bills, and then meanwhile they're like, "You rode a cab here."
We're just going to take a quick break from this review to put a couple shekels in our pocket.
Anyway, so he says the fucking password, gets in, and he's wearing this fucking dumb costume.
Speaking of which, I know he was going for specific imagery for the movie, but Did everybody they were like, hey, so is there a dress code to this thing? Or they're like, yeah, just wear a tuxedo, a black cloak, and then the creepiest fucking mask you can find. And they're like, oh, okay, I got
Well,
it.
this is...
I'll go to iParty.
This goes off to the book.
I thought you guys would laugh at iParty.
That's cute.
Laugh a little bit.
I laughed inside. No, but this is the book here where he's trying to reference here, because at the time, by the way, the setting of the book is actually Mardi Gras, not Christmas.
Okay.
So that's why they're doing the mask thing.
Fat Tuesday.
Exactly. It's well established that rich people at like a weird orgy are probably going to be wearing masks
Because they don't want you to know who they are.
Right. I mean, later he literally says, "You don't want. I'm not going to tell you who these people are."
Should I even get into it?
What?
The whole, like... I'm very interested to see what happens with this kind of thing. Purely for the people watching aspect, not for the fucking.
Wait, so you would want to go to this?
I would want to go just to be like, what the fuck happens at this? I
think they would see you looking around and be like, get out of here. You're not participating in the weird shit. You're not eating children. By the way, this is also a movie toned down version of what's really going on in these fucked up things, you know?
Well, I have a friend who she's been to like the sex clubs and shit, and I was like, what the fuck happens?
Those are Midwestern fat people. They are not a threat.
The ones that I'm talking about were apparently in Rhode Island. And
it's not the point.
The way she describes them is obviously it's not the same.
They're people like us who go to have sex in a club versus people who are literally doing a satanic ritual.
I'm comparing them because it's like the oddness of it. I'm more interested in the human aspect than I am the ritual aspect.
Well, I want to point this out is that I think that there's something to be said here.
And also, let me bring up, not to fuck, just to watch like how the weird interactions go.
He's happily married.
Sure, you're going to morally judge the people at this party, right?
Not morally judge, but it's
I am.
It's a weird fucking thing.
Okay, sure, but you're going to judge them. But I think what this movie is trying to say is that you came to see a movie about this, though.
Perv.
That's not necessarily what it's saying, but it's like it mirrors back at you is that you're almost voyeuring.
Yeah, sure.
You're voyeuring this fucked up thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not reverberating with you, Gabe? I guess you were forced to watch this movie. It's not like you were like...
No, I would have watched it anyway just because I like Kubrick.
Yeah.
I will eventually watch all of his
But I think
movies.
the idea is
He's only
that...
got 13.
That at one point you could easily be like, well, whoa, what the fuck is with these crazy weird rich people? But at the same time, it's like, oh, here you are, literally. At the time of this movie came out, the only way you could see it was in the theater. You had to pay to go see it in a theater and see fucking Nicole Kidman's ass, flat ass.
Small tits.
Yeah, there was an epidemic in the 90s, huh? All like white bitches with flat asses.
She has weird tits too.
Pancake asses, man. It sucks.
I know, like how they like put her in that like in the argument scene. They put her in that like mesh top, and it's like you look like shit. Like, what are you doing, dude?
You look like a small boy.
Yeah. Well,
most of the women in this movie.
Why do you think he's with her? Yeah.
Why do you think? Well, furthermore, why do you think that she might be prized in that kind of circle?
Yeah, most of the women at the party too. The naked
they're not
women,
my type. I'll tell you that much.
They're very skinny.
Yeah,
and not anorexic, but at least bulimic.
Well, they're definitely like the kind of LA model look. You know what I mean? Where like they're more bred to wear clothes than get fucked.
Yeah, I like a little bit more to grab onto.
Same here. So he walks around and he very voyeuristic. And also another thing, I think that there is a certain dichotomy here where I think that even though Tom Cruise's character is like pretty alienatingly weird gay character, I think Kubrick intended for him to be like the audience insert because he's supposed to be the kind of guy about town. Like he thinks he's on the up and up. Like us, we're in America. We're going to make something of ourselves someday.
He's not conscious of the fact that he's latently gay.
Right, exactly. And furthermore, he's a perfect conduit for us to experience this fucking insane shit.
Yeah, agreed.
there's a notable scene where they show a man and a man dancing, and one of them's wearing a dress, and then a woman and a woman dressing, and one of them's wearing a tuxedo.
I don't remember that scene.
Yeah, I think that was very symbolic in the sense, yeah, whatever. I don't want to necessarily explore those ends. It's a little bit homophobic. But
We support everybody. LGBTQ.
RS.
Not I or A. Fuck you guys.
I like I'm a big fan of the IRA. You like that one?
It's okay.
Yes. Anyway, but that's right before his jig is up, and he's been worn twice by
This
enigmatic woman in
This
a mask.
masked woman who I thought initially was Nicole Kidman.
No, most women's tits were much bigger.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Also, she's a
giveaway.
brunette. She's a brunette. That was what it took for me.
Wait,
You know, I was saying
I
this
didn't.
to
I didn't
Julia.
see the hair. I don't remember.
She had brunette hair. But I was saying this to Julia the other day. I was talking about the Lost Highway episode and how you guys were so shocked that I didn't realize that it was the same woman. But I was like, what? She had different color eyes. And I was like, oh, I'm retarded, autistic, and I fucking just go, blue eyes, brown hair. That's the woman.
I don't even do that. I rarely look at the color of someone's eyes. I've been friends with Don for years. Now I'm looking at his eyes right now. He has brown eyes, but I don't know. I wouldn't know that if you would ask me.
We all have brown eyes,
Gabe,
though.
you've looked at my brown eye before. Don't even front.
That's
Many
different.
times, many times.
But I'm saying, like, we've all been friends with each other for years, and
I
if you would
noticed.
ask me off the cuff what someone, unless they had like blue eyes where it's like they distinguish themselves, I wouldn't be like, oh, he has green eyes.
I'm the
Oh,
same
he
way.
has brown eyes.
I'm the same
It's
way.
not something I focus on.
I just noticed those kind of characteristics before I do actual
Anything
face
else?
contours. Face contours.
Right.
I mean, it's just a little bit more of a sensual art, and I'm not for that.
Yeah. Happily married.
Anyway, though,
He's
that's
warned
not what I
multiple
meant.
times by
Yes,
this.
I'm happily married.
He's warned multiple times by this masked woman. Should we say who it is, or should
We'll get to that.
Oh God, I thought you would say that.
It doesn't need to be said right now. It's a mystery woman. To him, it was a mystery.
But are we gonna go through the whole thing? I mean, you kind of
I
have
will
to
just
pick
say
this
that she-
apart. There's no really other way to do it.
Anyway, so the point is that he blows his cover, basically. And so he's brought in front of the entire party. And the guy who is head of the whole thing, by the way, behind him is a Masonic image of two eagles facing the other way.
Albanians did it.
The image of two eagles, heads facing opposite, means good and evil. And it's a Masonic image.
Okay.
And also, by the way, there's continual images during the scene of pillars and people being between pillars. And also, the very first scene in this movie is Nicole Kidman between two pillars. So it's almost inviting you between the two pillars. And the Masonic imagery of pillars is that if you cross between the two pillars, you become enlightened or you become closer to the truth. So every time the film goes through more pillars, I believe it's trying to convey more true shit to you. But, all right, well, anyway,
Scott's getting mad that I'm not like, whoa, the pillars, dog. These
Yeah.
pillars is sick.
I was rolling my eyes from the other room.
I appreciate where you're going, but well, come on.
all right. And so she throws herself at the feet of the society in order to forgive him for his intrusion without being asked.
I was joking with Cherry, and she kept on cringing every time I did it. I was like, because she says she's gonna redeem him, and I was like, you know what that means? And she's like, what? And I'm like, redeeming the shit out of him.
I don't get what you're saying.
You're filthy.
But she's gonna suck his dick?
She's gonna do
She's
some
sucking
skiing.
all those dicks.
I'm sure she was anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's literally a fucking fuck puppet.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Most of those masks had, you know how like they kissed and it would be like mask on mask. Mm-hmm. I feel like
It's kind of pure.
that's all that's going on there is fucking.
Oh yeah, totally. That's so pure. And also, by the way, they only have one partner the whole night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, based on that whole like matchup thing going on.
I'm sure
No.
the night ended after the
The initial
One act.
fuck, yeah. Do you see micro sarcasm here?
I was actually laughing because like a lot of the times when they're showing like the sex in there, it's like the people aren't even lined up properly to be actually having sex. You know, they're like walking through like the mansion.
Oh yeah, sure.
But I mean, a lot of movies are kind of guilty.
Also, I mean, I think a part of it is also the idea that you're in the presence of sex. Do you know what I mean? Where you're doing this whole weird gay, like, you know, ritual thing.
It's a pantomime.
It's more importantly, you're acting out some sort of bigger thing rather than you actually busting. It's not about you coming that night. It's really about you guys all went to a party where there was like ritual sex.
The transgression was enough.
Right.
Gotcha.
Neither of you guys thought that could be Nicole Kidman in the mask that was warning it?
I thought it could be, but
it could be, but then later it's confirmed that it isn't.
Yeah, I thought that was a diversionary tactic that he did on purpose.
Well, definitely Nicole Kidman was there that night.
Yeah.
Like, let's get real here. But
I definitely inferred that.
Yeah, me too. So he is outed by the guy. Also, he is shown smacking down a stick with a white ball on the end repeatedly, and British accents, which I think is to denote European nobility.
Okay.
Because, I mean, like, the guy's British. I mean, they're in New York. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, obviously, it's got somebody who's high up over there.
Clearly, that Hungarian guy was there that was at the Ziegler party.
But the guy's accent was British, though.
No, but I'm saying, like, to add to it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
So this is happening all over. It's just not just New York.
So
this is a big thing.
Right, this is bigger than just New York. Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Tom Cruise leaves, and...
what happened to his cab driver? Did they...
No, he went home with him.
Okay.
They showed him in the backseat of a car. I'm assuming it's the same cab.
Not everybody left unscathed.
Maybe he fucking got another cab. I don't know. He was out in the supposed upstate New York there in the country.
Somehow I don't think it matters.
No, probably not.
That's why I was trying to.
Thank you.
Yeah. He comes home that night, and his wife is...
awoken by, like, she's having a bad dream, and he wakes her up.
He wakes her up, but she's horribly actingly cackling about it, and she reveals that she was having a dream about getting fucked about a bunch of guys. And
not just getting fucked... I want to see how she enunciates it a certain way, and it really pisses me off. She's like, fucking... she says it a very specific way.
Fucking all these guys.
But she really pops the K, and I was like, why are you saying it like that?
Well,
why are you enunciating fucking?
Okay. She's from Australia, and she had to have a linguistic coach to even speak in an American accent. So she just failed.
Otherwise, everything would be shrimp on a Barbie.
Right, but she also failed horribly.
Gabe, you also just said enunciate, so...
But how do you say it?
Enunciate.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We weren't really trying to dig on you.
We're going to get you a dialect coach real soon.
Yeah. My point,
I did have trouble speaking when I was a kid.
My point, though, is that it's not a failing in terms of... It's just that she sucks at acting.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
It's fine.
Beginning
and
end of our problems.
Every time that the ball gets rolling, and this is a continual thing in the movie... She's in there with a scene, and I'm like, wow, I fucking completely derailed the
train.
Much? It brings me out.
It doesn't distract me so much,
not
but she
good
sucks
at all. Yeah. But yeah, it didn't ruin the movie at all.
To me, more knowing that they were married, and that this was a real.
That does add something to it.
To me, that's what the whole drama was.
I didn't even know that until you guys brought that up.
And also, furthermore, I've heard that Kubrick made it very difficult on them, meaning that they would he would leave them separate for 12 hours at a time in a room, and then make them act like that. And so you can kind of see some of that in that argument.
He made them get a divorce, basically, is what you're saying.
I've literally heard that argument from conspiracy people,
hey, he got a good performance out of one of them.
I mean, kinda. It was kind of like a 4. I mean, it's not. It's like an apt performance for this movie, but in a traditional sense, it's not a great performance. Do you know what I mean?
I thought Tom Cruise did well
fine.
in this.
I thought you did fine.
I think it's fine, but at the same time, it's also
fine.
like
It's also Tom Cruise, so fuck.
no, but it seems
I mean,
a little.
it's no Top Gun.
It seems
Is
a
that
little.
what you're saying?
It seems a little 80s though. It seems a little bit of a dated performance. You know what I mean? All right, but fuck it. It's fine. It doesn't matter. So he comes home and she describes to him her sex dream about getting fucked by mad guys, and he contemplates the idea that she could be in a situation like the one that he was in tonight, and that blows his fucking gay mind. What happens the next day, actually?
He tries to find out what happened to his pianist friend, Nick Nightingale.
Oh, right. And the gay guy flirts with him.
Yeah.
The
Now
receptionist.
And by the way, I think the reason that this is because he shows up to a hotel and goes, "Hey, where's my friend so-and-so?"
Yeah.
Male
Right,
name.
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, really? You want to..."
Raging Clue.
Yeah.
I've got a raging clue.
And it's revealed that he was... I mean, like, just watch the movie. I'm not going to fucking walk the audience
You're
through
supposed to hold your
everything.
fucking hand the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
mean,
But anyway,
Scott
Scott told you about the pillars. Come on.
yeah, I mean,
basically
come
know
on.
everything.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to fucking... Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
Do you want to just stop here? Or do
is
you
it-
want to continue? Do we want to walk
Let's
them
not
through everything?
go into too much more minutia, but let's cover the rest of the plot. I think.
Right, that's what I was saying.
okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Continue.
Nick seems to be ushered away by the secret society. End of discussion. and he won't leave it at that, by the way. What did he do after that exactly?
He went up to the mansion to see.
Oh, right. He goes up to the mansion. They hand him a fucking piece of paper being like, "Don't look into this anymore."
It's an intimidating letter to be
how
like-
could that not make you want more to look into it, though?
I don't think that's their intention. I think their intention is like, hey, like, we know that you've been asking around. Don't fucking ask around anymore. Like, end it right now. Or else.
That's fine, but as revealed, so he gets trailed by a fucking bald guy, and he finds out.
That dude's really menacing.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Like,
who is that
just
guy?
him walking?
Yeah,
just
he
him
doesn't
walking.
he doesn't even really look at him.
He doesn't do
and he's
much.
horrifying, yeah.
Very
You know
unsettling.
what he reminds me of is the fat bald Cenobite from fucking
Hellraiser? Yes.
I mean,
I'm sure.
head-wise,
he is bald.
yeah.
He's just walking around in a trench coat, and he's just so fucking menacing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Also, this is one other thing I noticed just today is that in our news article about Mandy dying, it says twice, 2 lines in a row. It says it's inconclusive as to whether there was anyone else in her apartment. It was inconclusive as if there was anyone else in her
Oh,
apartment.
the line repeats?
It literally repeats right after itself. I paused it to check. And you could perhaps
Maybe
say
just
that,
a lazy prop department.
perhaps. And furthermore, also, I was thinking maybe that was his brain going, "Oh my God, this is the line."
You know what it's showing?
That scares me.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
No. It's a glitch in the Matrix.
Oh my God. Someone changed something. But no, I saw it actually as him being like, he read it twice and it visually, because it's almost like a dream. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When you think something, it visually happens in your dream. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But
That's one where I think you might be reaching.
it showed it twice right in a row. I mean, maybe it isn't deliberate. I guess it could be a blooper in a Kubrick movie, but
You never know.
either way. So anyway, so he goes over to the morgue to check to see if it's the same Mandy that he revived during Ziegler's initial party, and it was. Yeah, here's the point where we can skip over some bullshit, because this is like a little bit of filler scene. Because I think what he was trying to do was the heart of the movie. Like, literally the center of the movie was that scene, like the orgy. Mm-hmm. And it was right in the middle of the movie. Literally, like, time-wise, it was right in the middle of the movie.
I checked because I had to, like, I don't know, probably took a leak or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, there's like an hour fucking left of this.
Right. But point, though, is that I think there's a little bit of padding here on the end here in order to create the...
For how long of a movie it is...
It doesn't seem like that
It doesn't
long.
seem like that long. I
It
feel
makes
like
it way through.
most of the stuff is useful in there.
Yeah.
As far as building the story and putting stuff... Like, I don't sit there going like, why did he do this? There's one specific shot in the whole entire thing that I can pick at and say, I don't know why he did that.
Which one?
When he goes back home and his mask is on his pillow.
Very important. Let's get to that.
So his mask is on his pillow. They show that.
We didn't talk about the Ziegler scene, though. It's important.
No, I know that, but let me just get this because otherwise I'll forget.
No, you won't, because I'm going to bring it up.
Okay.
Fine. So anyway, Ziegler calls him. He goes over to Ziegler's house, and Ziegler goes, hey, dude, I know you were at the fucking party. I'm a part of it, and you have no idea how big this is. This is nuts. You are way out of your fucking element. And Tom Cruise is like, okay, fine, but do you realize that, like, this has been a huge thing? People are dead now. Now, Mandy, that character Mandy, is now dead.
And he's suspecting there's something wrong with his friend Nick.
He's thinking Nick's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Nick left. The gay guy hitting on him, he said that he left punched in the face and away with two scary men, the kind you wouldn't want to play around with, if you know what I mean.
And Ziegler basically goes.
He basically goes like, Nick's fine. He's back in Seattle, which is possible, but also it casts so much doubt because all the subterfuge that's going on.
Well,
so far.
Everything that he says is definitely plausible, but you're also like, there's more to this whole situation.
Definitely.
Because he also says that Mandy overdosed because she's a fucking junkie.
I mean, definitely she could. That's the thing. That's the thing that's so fucked. And he claims that the entire charade, right up from the very moment that he walked in the door, that she would go up to him and say, hey, you need to get out of here. That whole thing was just to scare him, which kind of checks out. Because think about it. Earlier in the movie, Windsor was trying to fuck Tom Cruise, and also a guy who's super rich, who's connected to this Ziegler guy, who's evidently connected to this fucking sex cult. Ziegler can get dirt on Nicole Kidman, and this fucking model girl can get dirt on fucking Tom Cruise. This is how intelligence operates, by the way, is that they just fuck you, and then they go, oh, now we can use it to leverage to do something within your realm of influence. Tom Cruise is like basically saying like, oh, I think you killed Mandy, the girl who threw herself. It's confirmed from Ziegler that she was the girl that he saved earlier. That was the one that...
like there was any doubt, but yeah.
I mean, obviously, yeah. But it's confirmed, though. And he hands wipes it away as being like, oh, she was a junkie. But I mean, that idea is still in your head.
Yeah.
That she was maybe killed. And he goes, oh, it's all bullshit. We're just trying to show you that you can't ever tell about this.
He ends up going home.
Oh, yeah. So this is the scene you were talking about.
So this is the scene I was talking about.
Home.
So he ends up going home, and they specifically show the mask on his pillow next to his sleeping wife.
Now this,
Why did they show it before? They should have showed it as the shock value, so they should have only showed it the once when he walks in there, and then he sees it. For some reason, they show it before he even gets in the room.
Oh, did they?
That was kind of like, it kind of took away
I
from
think
the
maybe
shock value of
hey, Gabe,
seeing the mask.
This just popped in my head.
Yeah.
But maybe the idea was to differentiate that it was there when he wasn't in the room, because if he was there, it could have been a dream.
Perspective. Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I'm now thinking. Just now, it's popped in my head.
Because I feel like if
it was there before he walked in the room, there's no way his brain thought it up.
That confirms it's reality.
Okay.
So to me, this says two things. Number one, two possible optional things. Mm-hmm. Number one, that they broke in the room and put the mask there to spook him and to be like, do not tell.
That's not even how I take it, because I definitely take it that Kidman's involved in fucked up shit.
Well, that's what I think too.
And I think that's why he wants to, as soon as he sees it, he's like, oh, fuck, I'm going to spill the beans.
My wife fucks all these guys.
She's like Ernest.
She's just like Ernest. I don't know. I guess you could take it how you're saying, but do you know what I'm saying? Where like it's better to have that shock where you're like, oh shit, you're finding out.
I understand from a filmmaking
you're finding out with the character.
Or I can see where, in terms of a thematic perspective, your point. But I do think that the fact that he established that it definitely was real and not just in the mind of Tom Cruise. Because there's a lot of shit that happens in this movie that may or may not be real.
There's also something to knowing something before a character knows it. So you're like, oh shit, then you're on edge, like he's gonna come, it's gonna happen, you know.
He's gonna see it.
It's gonna happen.
That was the, like I said, I'm nitpicking at this point because there's not much that I can really say like, oh, that was bad. Mm-hmm. And that was like, it wasn't even bad, it's just I didn't understand why. I thought it was a wasted shot.
Odd choice, you thought.
Yes.
Sure.
Fair enough. I mean, he edits a lot longer than he did for this movie. Wrong? Am I right, Don?
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Anyway, so he comes home, sees the mask, and by the way, he does the exact hand position on his chest that is the Masonic, I swear not to tell about this hand gesture.
So hand over heart?
Hand over heart, but finger up. He puts his hand right over his heart and finger up. And that's specifically what you have to do while you're doing your fucking Masonic rituals. And I do think that was deliberate. Anyway, so he comes clean to his wife. They kind of commiserate on it. And she seems almost disappointed a little bit. Maybe it's just her shitty acting.
Seems almost like a non-reaction a little bit.
Right. It's almost like... and also,
well, maybe because the initial shock was when she was there and saw him.
Right. And at the final scene in the denouement, it shows them walking through
their Christmas shopping.
And there's this, by the way, notably, there's a toy that doesn't exist called the Magic Circle on the floor there.
What's that in reference to?
There was a magic circle at the party, wasn't there? The one with he goes, and he's like making the incense go around and stuff. That circle. Oh, we didn't even talk about the fact that Kikeberg is probably the fucking the headmister guy.
You think so?
I do, because that scene where he's conversing with him in front of the pool table, red floor, like the scene, and he's got a long stick with a white ball.
Yeah, because he's fucking around with a cue ball.
Right, but he keeps going. Do you remember he kept going?
Okay, stop doing that.
All right, I'm done. But you remember he kept going tap, 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 tap?
I do.
In the scene? I believe
that's interesting, yeah.
I think that's him. But
and we all
it's worth noting that it's Martin Hume. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's the camera operator for Kubrick. He's his main guy. He's British. He's his main dude. He's been going since A Clockwork Orange. He's been the camera operator for all of them. He was also in Barry Lyndon as...
Oh, he's not the camera operator. I know who you're talking about, though.
That guy.
That guy, yeah.
That guy, yeah.
He was like an assistant for The Shining, and he was like an assistant on almost everything.
That's the voice of the head guy.
Oh.
So they used a different voice is what you're saying.
Yes, but I believe the guy to be actually in reality...
Yeah.
What's his name? Ziegler.
Yeah. Well... It would make sense because we all know Jews are evil.
That too. But also Ziegler he admitted to being there.
Can we get one of these in? We haven't in a while.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
All right.
So anyway, during the scene, they kind of reconcile, and Nicole Kidman says that their eyes are now open forever. Mm. And at the exact moment, their child is abducted. Did you not see that?
No.
Oh my God.
I actually found out about this because I was reading shit on Wikipedia, and I was like, I didn't even catch that last part. But they're not paying attention to their kids.
They weren't paying attention, obviously, because they're focusing on each other. They're the two guys who were at the party in the initial scene are there, and they go, come on. And then the waiter guy who ushers him upstairs during the dead prostitute scene or the overdose prostitute scene goes like, okay, come on, and pushes her along too.
Really?
So my implication here is that Nicole Kidman has been child trafficked. Like, she is a fucking pawn of this to get him into it. And that they wittingly, actually, I should say, usher their kid into the system.
What the fuck?
You never noticed that before?
I never noticed that.
It's kind of overt when you go back, when you know you're looking for it.
Yeah.
They literally.
I only
go
read
they
about
go
it is the
they
only
go
reason I
come
know.
on, like that. And then she doesn't, they literally don't look.
Yeah, I've seen this twice. I've never even noticed that.
It's fucking insane.
I'm going to look up the scene again on YouTube.
Look it up, folks.
Because that, like, changes everything almost.
I know.
Wow.
That's what I was saying. The whole thing is him being initiated into the cult.
His tinfoil yarmulke's not looking so crazy now, is it?
It's fucked, dude. And he died 6 days later. And
He knows, and he didn't even want to
all
talk
right, so
about it.
All right, so let's get into the reviews now. Okay, so despite all that stuff, I really liked all that fucking symbolism shit. I like this movie. I don't love this movie. I really, again, I've talked about this many times. I don't really like the fucking the sex stuff. It's boring and fucking trite to me, unless it means something like that fucking uncomfortable sex in fucking Lost Highway or something. I think it's a lazy filmmaking technique.
We're just using sex to bring someone in. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty pivotal part of this whole
Yeah,
fucking
really.
movie.
I would never say he's just being exploitative.
Well, no, I don't think he's being exploitative. I just
That was
think
kind of the argument you were making.
I'm just saying I just wish that they
You didn't want to watch this movie with your wife because of the
She
sex
didn't
scenes.
watch it with me.
Oh, okay.
Either way, though.
But it's like, it's about satanic fucking orgies. It's like, there's going to be fucking...
Listen, I have certain things I don't like. Dave, you didn't like the fucking music in Lost Highway. I don't know what to tell you here.
It wasn't good.
Fuck you. I don't like the sex. It's disgusting.
You thought Helga was flicking the bean for Arnold, you sick
Jesus
fuck.
Christ.
Why do you guys keep on bringing that up? I'm already
was
embarrassed
the
about
weirdest-
it.
The weirdest thing you've ever said.
Yeah. And again, that's my feeling. I don't actually necessarily think it's as a non-artful. I think that it was my personal taste that doesn't like exceptional
That's fair.
sex stuff.
We can't argue with that. Continue.
The acting is very hit or miss. Oh wait, we also didn't mention the fucking Russian guy was pimping out his daughter, which
we did.
You mentioned it.
Well, okay, fine, but more importantly, that leads me more to believe that he was an under
sex ring. Yeah.
right the child sex.
There was a
ring.
whole specific scene where Tom Cruise is like, wait a second, weren't you going to call the police on these guys like last night? And he's
Right.
like, there's been other arrangements.
Right. So I think that's what leads me more to believe that he's an employee of the fuck people.
That I definitely saw even before you got into all this crazy shit.
yeah.
That I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because that's weird.
Yeah, I know. In terms of the storytelling of this movie, there's something extremely poignant to be said about the bourgeois idea of relationships versus the upper class and lower class. Kind of how Kubrick almost challenges the average Joe who walks into the theater or DVD download or whatever the fuck it is to be like,
I bought this movie legally.
You did?
With money.
Oh, really?
Why? Yes.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. But my point is, though, is that he challenges the viewer to question every thought they thought about sexual relationships and marriage and all this
Monogamy.
stuff. Monogamy.
Marriage.
But also, I do think that there's something to be...
No, I don't. It just sounded stupid.
Princess Bride?
Oh, no.
Or whatever. I just thought that maybe he's trying to present again to the bourgeois, not even bourgeois. I don't want to say bourgeois because it's not accurate. Because bourgeois is the idea that it's you're slightly more advantaged than other people. But I mean, like the Joe Sixpack. It's trying to show the movie to Joe Sixpack and be like, you know, the way you think about love and marriage. it doesn't apply to anyone else. You are alone in your world, and people at the top and the bottom are fucking completely degenerate. I like this movie a lot. Again, Gabe, what you were saying,
with us talking about it is like there's a lot involved in this movie.
There's so much baked into it.
It wasn't a lazily made movie.
And again, Gabe, you were saying that her acting is fucking dog shit. But I almost think that she was chosen more for the dynamic that they would create between Tom Cruise and his wife.
And you mentioned that, and that's actually a very interesting way to look about it.
I really think that that's more
there's that
more important than
that real fucking tension that's actually in the movie.
Right. And she sucks. You're right. She's fucking horrible. So, I don't know what else. This movie is so fucking layered, and I could watch it like 10 more times and get more shit out of it than I did this time. So, I'm going to give this a nice middle of 10 and 5. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
That's fair.
I liked this movie. There was no point besides the points where I'm like, ugh, her gross flat ass, where I wasn't enjoying it. And, 7.5. Go ahead, Gabe.
I'm not going to dither too much because I've really already mentioned the criticisms that I've had with the movie. Overall, it's shot very well. It looks nice. Obviously, very layered, very well thought out. I thought Tom Cruise did a good job. I'm not crazy for Tom Cruise, but I don't have a disdain for him.
Same.
But I think he does
exactly the same. In fact,
he does a serviceable and I would say good job in this movie.
He plays his role in this movie.
He's suited for the role that he
right,
plays.
Yeah.
The only person that like I really don't like is Kidman.
She sucks dick.
I'm not gonna say it anymore, but I think you're pretty much on the money, Scott. I don't love this movie. It would probably rank as far as the Kubrick movies that I have seen. It would probably rank on the lower end. Mm-hmm. But
he's so good, though.
Yeah.
By the way, 7.5 does rank at the lower end of my opinion of his movies, by the way.
I haven't seen a Kubrick movie.
I think the only one that I don't like more than this is fucking Paths of Glory.
Really? I think I like Paths of Glory better than
I liked Paths of Glory, but I like this better.
That's a more old school Hollywood movie. That's a completely different animal.
Completely. I agree with that.
I'm also like a fucking World War I junkie. As far as like I like I like the subject matter. This is very deep, but I'm not going to dither anymore. It's going to get a 7 from me. A good movie, wouldn't be a Kubrick movie that I would recommend, but if somebody likes Kubrick, I would say, hey, you should check that one out. Yeah. But it wouldn't be the first one I would recommend. Probably, honestly, for the lay movie person, I'd probably recommend like Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more a wider audience.
I guess Shining would probably be the one that I recommend.
That's a great one too, but I'm just saying when
it's kind of hard to recommend.
I'm saying what's most appealing to a wider audience, because like 2001: Space Odyssey is really good. But you don't recommend that to anybody unless they're into cinema.
Yeah.
We should do that on the podcast.
We're doing it
What the fuck are we gonna say about? Well, I guess we can fucking dig into all the fucking theories and symbolism in it. I guess
episode 200
better than talking about coronavirus.
Episode 200.
Right. All right, my turn.
Yep.
There's absolutely nothing more that needs to be said about this movie. 7 out of 10. Seriously,
I'm okay with you saying that.
And I had a theory of what this movie is about, and then you told me that twist at the end that I never saw, and it called everything into question. And I think what you said was very close to my feeling and my theory about what the movie is about. So I'm going to leave it at that. 7 out of 10.
Now I'm intrigued. Like, what was the difference that you had?
Yeah, what was the difference?
Hold on. I was texting somebody about this movie, and I'll tell you what I said. I think each character is being forced to subdue a carnal desire, Kidman's desire for polyamory and Cruz's desire to explore his latent homosexual urges. In the end, both characters are acknowledging that in electing to take up a life of monogamous marital normalcy, they are agreeing to shut out their true desires. The idea of having their eyes wide shut is a paradox, just as monogamy in the human animal is in reality paradoxical. In the end, their eyes are open to what they truly desire, yet they are at once willfully shutting out the desire and not allowing themselves to succumb to it.
I don't disagree with anything in context.
That's pretty well thought out, especially without knowing the very end part.
Yeah, so that's my feeling.
I don't disagree with that either, actually.
Yeah.
We're both right.
We're all right, and we're all wrong, and that's the beauty of Kubrick.
Yeah, I love him, dude. I love him. He's my favorite filmmaker, and
I have to say, there's generally nothing he can do that's wrong, and thankfully he's dead, so he can't ruin when I think about
it. They killed him for this one.
Oh, let's plug and get out. This is
fucking follow me on Instagram at Scholars and Abrams, Gabe at Cheap Guitar, Cheap Trolls, YouTube.com/Cinemapocalypse Now. Shoot us an email at cinemapocalypsenow@gmail.com, and be gay to yourselves and each other, and kill yourself because it's not where we're living anymore. Bye bye. No, I think the last thing he made, he bought it, right? No, I could be wrong. I'm retarded. Cut that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The presence of two pillars is the idea that, are you going to stop? Can we just wait till Don's back if you're going to?
What?
I thought you were tapping out.
No, I'm just not that into. Let's get rolling.
We did like fucking 20 minutes in the first half.
No, we didn't. We did 54.
I know, but most of it was shit.
We've been digging deep into this from beginning to end.
I know, this should have been most of the episode.
It's going to be.
I know, I'm aware. We'll get into it, and we'll get into later. I'll get into why she was chosen later. And we're going to loop back on all this Freudian shit later. Well, we'll get to that. All right, we'll talk about it then. Yeah, we'll get to it later. Killing people, we'll get to that because of a bunch of things that happen later that I'm going to get to. We'll get to that later. We have a lot to talk about with that later. I am going to get to that. Right, we're going to talk a lot more about Masons later. We'll get to that later. We'll get to that.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, we'll get to that.
I'm going to have to cut out so many. We'll get to that.
Supercut of that.
That'd be fucking great at the end, by the way. It's going to be great at the end. Yeah, come on.